In this video, we fillet a flying fish to make a Frankenstein's monster. Call me Victor. That wasn't funny. Alright guys, now this is a project that I've been really looking forward to, a brand new one that is going to incorporate this, and all of this. So what is it going to be, I hear you ask? Well, let's get this unboxed and then I will explain. Let's get into it, guys. Alright guys, that is now unboxed, the X-Star. This is a brushed version of the X-Star. And I bet you're like, well, what's he planning on doing with that? Well, here we go guys. I am going to create my first 1/10 scale extreme speed machine, and I'm going to do it by gutting this flying fish, taking all the on-road bits off it and keeping all the good bits, and adding all the off-road bits from this back to this. The ESC is coming out and the motor is coming out to be replaced with this Hobbystar 120 amp ESC and this LRP modified brushless motor 10.5 turn. So hopefully that will give me a decent amount of grunt. I am also taking out, this is being the pro version of the flying fish. This is fully ball raced, but I thought because this is a special deal, I'm also going to be putting these in. They're premium ball bearings with the blue seals on them, and they are from Plague Bearings here in Australia, who are I find to be a brilliant company. I'll leave a link in the description below to them, to this ESC and all of its details. And I'll also leave a link in the description to this motor here, this LRP modified 10.5 turn. And it needs some wiring, so I bought some racing 12 gauge wire to match the 12 gauge wire that was already on this ESC. So the first job is going to be removing all of the on-road gubbins from this car here. So without further ado, let's crack on with that, guys, and see how we go. Alright guys, first thing we're going to do is remove the wheels. That shouldn't be too much of an issue. Hopefully, if I can get my power tools to work properly. There we go. wheels off and I'm dropping them all over the shop, as you do. Alright, so we will take off the front bumper and then we will maybe look at taking out the electronics, I think. But we'll take off the bumper first so that it's not getting in the way. Then we'll get rid of the electronics. Then start taking stuff from the front of the car. Everything that needs to come off basically is everything that attaches to the gearbox. The gearbox on this car and on this one back here are exactly the same as is the chassis. So shock tower, shocks, upper swing arm. These kingpins are different. Lower swing arm. The tie rods for the servo need to come off, and it will have different length drive shafts. So all that needs to be stripped out, and the same will be the case for the back. So without any more waffling, we will get on with removing the front bumper, which will need to come off this stand for that, and we'll have a look at what that requires. That requires 3 screws. No worries at all. Alright guys, front bumper is off. First up, we will take off the ESC, I think. Alright guys, ESC is now out, and I've got to commend HSB for their choice of double-sided tape. That sucker did not want to come out easily, but bit of perseverance, I got it. Guys, it's double-sided tape, I'll say again, seriously good. It is strong, man. Alright guys, now it's time for the motor to come out, and I believe it is take this mount off. There's a piece that slides out, and then there is another piece that then you can undo the actual screws that are holding the motor to its mount. Of course, guys, there's going to be always one screw that doesn't seem to want to come out. Alright, we're getting there, guys. I've got that, managed to get that one last screw out, and yeah, it was tight, unfortunately, but that is out. Alright, so this is my actual first look inside the motor of inside at the pinion and spur gear of this particular car, and it's got quite a sizable pinion gear on it actually. I have no idea what size pinion gear is on the Flying Fish. If anyone knows, leave it down in the comments below. But motor will come out via 2 screws in the motor mount. The electronics that needed to come out are now out. Alright guys, that's it for this one. Was a little bit long, but I did have a little bit more content for it, but made a mistake last night. I was filming the removal of the spur gear, the metal one, out of the Flying Fish, because I want to put that into the X-Star, which only has a plastic one in it. And I forgot to press record. So there's no footage of the removal of the spur gear, but that is out now. And in doing that, I also rethought my game plan. There are E-clips galore on these cars, and I hate E-clips. I had massive trouble getting the E-clip that was holding the spur gear out, and it pinged off somewhere into oblivion. So what I'm going to do is I'm basically, everything that I want out of the Flying Fish is now out of it. I'm basically just going to completely upgrade the X-Star, add the plague bearings that I showed you earlier, add the new motor, add the new ESC, and basically see how it goes. I've got some wheels on order as well. So I'm going to add all those, see how it goes with that, and see whether I need any more modifications after that. But I think that will be the way to go instead of doing all that switching these bits and switching these bits. That was way too convoluted in the end. I was just thinking of fun things to do, but no, that doesn't work. So that's it anyway, guys. So in the next video, I am planning on doing a small speed run with the brush one before I rip the guts out of that, just to see what its base speed is. I'm not really expecting much, but it could be a bit of fun. So we've got that, and then I am going to start filming the Frankensteinization, if there is such a word, of the X-Star, turning it into the X-Star Extreme. And I got some stickers too with the Extreme that I want to put on it, so that'll be cool. But anyway, that's enough waffling. This video's been long enough. Thanks for your patience. If you're new to the channel, welcome aboard, guys. Please consider like, sharing and subscribing, and smashing on that bell so you see all my future content, including the X-Star Extreme conversion, which I am really looking forward to doing, and really looking forward to all the speed runs for it. But anyway, guys, with all that said, I will catch you all next time. And Matt at RC Chronicles signing off. Catch you later, guys.